So this was going to be the intro to the new video, and I didn't realise until now I actually got, I believe, oh crap, inner section. I did not realise we got them, and I was about to order them just in case. Awesome. First things first, you will have noticed there's a dash in the car, and in the weather we're currently having, excuse me, that's probably not the best idea for it to stay there long term. So I'm going to get it out and I'm going to bring it around because it needs cleaning anyway, and then I'm going to go and have a quick YouTube and see what people would suggest as for, you know, keeping it from cracking, and we need to keep it that way. Right, I'm going to leave that to dry, which shouldn't take long. It's absolutely boiling already, and it's only 20 past 10. We'll get some leather cream on it, some leather care cream, should I say, autoclim stuff. But now I'm going to go and attempt to do something outside in this heat. Wish me luck. Alright, I think the first thing I'm going to do is attempt this bit, so obviously it needs a couple of bits re-welding, which I've got a little welding I want to try. Obviously all the big stuff, all the floor and everything will be done at work, but we need to tidy this up and the rest of the engine bay. So we've got favourite toolings, grinding disc, flappy disc, and the big wire wheels. Let's see if we can make it work. Let's get it cleaned off. Got these little holes plugged up. Now it doesn't look the best because we're using like just a very simple DIY welder, I suppose you could say. But we've got to redo these. See, look. It's obviously tried to do like a spot weld if you like, but it's not actually got any penetration. Well, they've not got anything. It's not actually attached to that back panel, so I'm going to re-drill these holes if I can, or in a different position. And redo that as well. That's that bit done. It's certainly not pretty, but does the job. It's solid now. Trying to start getting all the old seam sealer off. There's a little bit of a hole there, although it's not actually gone through, so I think it's just the first layer. So we'll have to do something with the out bit there, and then it's just a bit a case of going around it now and just finding other bits that need doing underneath. Just looks scabby more than anything. I used to get it so far down so we can try and get this engine bay done, and this obviously doesn't look like there's anything on this, so it's just surface rust and a bit of paint from some point. So we'll try and get this off and see how far we get. It's too hot. Right, I'll give it a pressure wash off, and then I'm going to have to get some smaller bits, I think, smaller like eye wheels and sanding pads and that, because big stuff just can't get in all the areas, but it's too hot. Yeah, it's all steamed off. It was steamed off, pressure washed off. So we're gonna have to get some more bits, sanding disc to get in here, try and get a few more bits off, rust off, but the bits that are smooth like there, down the side, which I'm happy with, I'm just gonna get some treatment on it. Not gonna go crackers on this paint, because to be fair, it's fully painted, like on the inner arches, apart from like various bits here where I've got rid of. I need to get that off a bit more as well. But a lot of this I'm just going to treat now, and we'll obviously scuff it up ready for some primer. Bit of an old repair there, not the best in the world, but I know we'll have to try and tidy that up a little bit better. Right, let's go on with the dash. Right, still looks a bit wet in places, but it's had 3 coats now, which has come up real nice and clean. Very nice. I mean, obviously I know there's a vent missing this side, but I'm pretty sure I've seen that somewhere in the box. Ow, what you heard? But yeah, it's come up very clean. Oh, a bit there missed. Need to get my brush in there, but overall, happy with that. It's come up nice and clean, nice and shiny. Lovely jubbly. There we go. Well, the coating is now buffed off and dry. Looks really, really good. I just want to find all the rest of the interior. A little bit of a dint there, I'm hoping. A little bit of heat might bring that out, but for now, for the age of it, I'm happy with that. Couple of dry marks here and there, but very happy with that. I'll just find that vent as well. Right, just a little extra something in the post. Bits for the shocks. Now, I thought they were supposed to be gaiters, but they're not. Apparently, they're these weird little plastic sheaths. I don't know. I'm not going to fit these just yet. It's just a quick. Got something. Hey. So basically, oh, does it go through there? Probably goes through there, doesn't it? Yep, that looks like it. Can we do it? Might need a little bit more persuasion. Anyway, that sits in there, and that's what sits on the shock, and that's it. No rubber gaiter, just a plastic dust cover, I suppose. Bump stop. And they weren't too expensive either, so that's always a bonus. Anyway, we've got two of each. Very good. If you think it looks okay, think again. Start grinding at all the sealant, look. You'll soon find more.
Dad,
and we found some more. Right then, so at this point, since that last video, it's been a few weeks. I've had a few difficult weeks, various things going off at home. Work's been very busy. Unfortunately lost a friend as well. So not long after the clip you've just seen, I basically just went, I'm not doing anything. Luckily my son did want to keep doing bits, so we did, on and off, bits and bobs. We got to a point where we've got it primed, ready to go. For obvious reasons, didn't do a lot of filming, wasn't really in the mood. We've just been using some zinc primer in various areas where it needed it. I've done all the sealing, and it is actually now stone chipped on the lower half, all the chassis rail and everything. So at this point, obviously I'll just go and get a quick video of, I've got a quick video of it just primed, and then obviously I'll get the bit where it's stone chipped, and then it'll begin paint. So hopefully the next bit after this little clip will be a painted bay. Fingers crossed. Right, it is another day, and we have paint, courtesy of VRS, although they got it down as Mitsubishi. The class is Sydney Blue. So, that is based on, unfortunately, old paint, because there is no sticker. There is no code, so I'm not entirely sure what the code's meant to be. There is a few out there. Anyway, I went, got it scanned. They said actually it's an exact match straight away, but they classed it as Mitsubishi. So we're gonna get some paint mixed up, and I'm gonna give it a quick go. We've lost my lad to grandparent duties, so he's not going to be doing this bit. Unfortunately, I am. So, and we do need to get done because he's got stuff on tomorrow. Well, we've all got stuff on tomorrow as a family, so we need to get done while it's relatively nice outside. And I've just noticed, it looks like I'm wearing the same t-shirt. Not bad for consistency, I suppose, but pure chance, I assure you. So, it's just basic base coat. It's basically 2 to 1. 50-50 thinners, 50-50 paint, so I'm just going to mix up in mil, so 200ml paint, 200ml thinners. See how it goes. Yes, I know I've not got a proper mixing tool. It is literally a tool for taking off a grinding wheel. But it's solid steel, it's not wood, it's not something that's going to break off in bits. And I have cleaned it, honest. Oh, it has gone windy all of a sudden. That could be an issue, especially now I've just mixed it. So, looks good to me. Right, let's go. Oh, come on, out you come. No, can't paint one-handed. Stay. I'm back in a minute. I'm back in a minute. Right, first coat on. I'll say first coat, it's actually covered really well. A lot better than I thought it was going to, if I'm honest. Obviously I've got the wiring loom in the middle because I'm too lazy to take it completely out, so I'm going to let that dry and I'll just move it to one side and paint the middle section that I've missed. Happy day so far though. case anyone's wondering what I'm using gun-wise, it's just a cheap one. There's nothing fancy, but as long as you keep these clean, strip them down, got all the adjustment you need, material, fan, pressure. You can use the simplest things and be perfectly fine. I think this was about 60 quid. And I've had that many years, and I've painted quite a few. I wouldn't say I'm a professional painter by any means, but it does help to have a proper paint gun rather than just rattle can. Not that you can't do anything with a rattle can. I mean, I can, so I'm sure anyone else can. But yeah, even cheap stuff works really well. Right, I think we'll call that painted. Colour's a little bit different, but I'm going to suggest that's probably, wow, it's windy. It's probably just down to the fact that it's fresh paint, but when you offered it up in the shed light-wise, it looked alright on the petrol cap. So good and bad news. Now we can put all the subframe back on, steering rack we've done, the front shocks and everything, but I've now got to search through all those parts looking for heat shield that goes on the back panel. From what I remember, there should be one there. Brake servo, I have seen that somewhere. Brake master, not seen that anywhere, but I'm going to price one up because it's been sat, like I say, 15-16 years, so it might be from a safety point of view better just to put a new one on it. Calipers, I've checked them, they are free, but we are going to strip them down, rebuild them, clean them up, make them look right, or OE as my mate would say. Just fell down. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so I've got to search through a load of bits, start putting things on. Brake lines not an issue, we're going to make those up down at work, got a tool to do it, flare and everything. Brake flexes I'll need to get. I can get that on, get the wiring somewhere near. We'll probably do this on and off, you know, the engine bay bit and the engine, because the head is done, but I need to get the block stripped. So I'll take my lad down with me, unless he's on grandparent duties again. Get that stripped. We'll get Dale at work to check it, make sure bores are on size, because they do look like there's a bit of lip on them. But if I can get away with it, obviously I'll just re-ring or put a set of pistons in it. But we won't know until I've stripped it. So that is ultimately the goal, is to get the engine back in, sand panel back on the front, although I just thought I'd paint that. Put its bolt on, get the wings sanded, which are there, all the rest of the bits, shelving and everything, bumpers behind me, get them sanded, primed, bolted on, with the engine and everything in, before winter, mainly because that's what I want to get. That was my overall goal for this year, at the very least, but also I need to get the drive back because the missus is maybe not parked properly. Oh. Next bit. Right, I've just spent the last hour or so going through various boxes, and we have got an engine mount. Not entirely sure where it goes, which one it is, if I'm honest, because it's not like I've stripped this, and it's a long time since I've been anywhere near a MK2 Golf. I've obviously got a new one of those, so at least I can chuck that, but I can get the bolts off of it. Clearly looks like an engine mount of some sort, or maybe some of the Volkswagens have the one in the middle, don't they? So unless that's something to do with it, or I'm completely wrong and it's not a mount at all, it's a support for something, I don't know. Another mount there, that one I'm going to suggest. I'm not going to suggest actually. Part4 wants to say gearbox, but I'm not entirely sure. That I think it looked like gear linkage, so I just thought while I've got it, I'm going to find it, I'm going to stick it on the shaft itself. Found that as a heat shield. Now, I am looking for a heat shield, but not only does this look like it might be slightly incomplete, this kind of looks like the heat shield that go around a gearbox. Ow. I should have put my shoes on. Some of the Volkswagens tend to have like a 3-bolt heat shield near the, like, curving around the drive shaft, so I don't know whether that's that or that's for somewhere else completely different. I don't know. Obviously we've got this one, which now I'm looking at it, it looks like could be that maybe, or that, no, it's that one, isn't it? There, so that sort of makes sense now. I'm going to say that's gearbox support, I think. And then that looks like it could be to do with the firewall, the bulk if you like. Not sure, because there's a lot of holes in that. But that is all I've found so far. Oh yeah, obviously I found master. Obviously I know that is C solid, but I hadn't clicked that the reservoir was also missing, so at least we've found that, so I'm going to get a new one of them. We've also got, now the brake parts are replaced, but I've saved it because it's got this T-piece on it. And then I've got this. I was hoping it might have some part numbers on to give me an idea of where it is. Again, I don't even know if it's over to do with the engine mounting support or anything. It doesn't look like it because it's a bit too thin. But we'll have to have a look, see what it is. Or if anyone knows, feel free to tell me. Looks like someone's had to grind the bolts off at some point in its life. Right, continue the search. Right, let me say right a lot, don't I? I'm going to say that is not the plate between gearbox and block. Sandwich plate, I don't know what you call them, to be honest. After all these years of doing the job, I still don't know what they're called. 2 mounts here. Now, again, I don't know what they are, but they've at least got a part number on I can read. So I had to put that in the old Tinterweb. Got a mount, which looks like it goes on that little one there. And with that being aluminium and that pin set up there, I've got a sneaky suspicion that this is the gearbox end of things. Maybe a support or hold, I don't know, because that almost looks like it should be a pivot, the gear linkage or something. Obviously I found a steering column, which is good because we need to clean that and paint it so it can go on the steering rack, subframe, anti-roll bar, sway bar, assembly, blah blah blah. So associated nuts and bolts with drive shafts, old sleeves, but we've got new sleeves to be fair, so we don't actually need them because we've got new ones already in the wishbones. Some sort of pinch bolt, bolts. Do you know what? I think they are for the strut. And I've painted the old nuts. They are, I'm sure they're new ones for the pinch bolts on the struts to the hubs. If they are, I'll put those on. Lovely jubbly. Some grease. Right, I need to get the other bits now. Right, I'll get some bits in the car now. So I found a few other bits, and I've actually got to load up the front legs because we need to put the covers for the strut legs, the shocks, if you like, the dust cover things. So I've got time to work, do them, and bring them back, and then we can get all this fitted, hopefully, and that'll be fantastic because I am sick of it in my way. So drive shaft's ready, crossman ready. Obviously subframe's all ready to go. Legs I'm just going to get in the car now because I need to take these to work and get these fitted. And hopefully then we'll start going through all this, getting it cleaned, ready to go. And I need to look for the gearbox because I have got it. I'm not entirely sure where I put it right at this moment in time, so I need to look for that. Let's hope I find it.
I think I opened it upside down.
put the anti-roll bar on upside down. Anti-roll bars on upside down. So when I turn the steering, it don't turn. Breathe. Okay, let's go swap it. Right, that's it for this bit. I think it's been a bit of a tough one the last few weeks. So next probably will be more along the lines of stripping the engine down. We need to get on with that block being stripped, get that done, and then we're going to start doing rebuilding the calipers, stripping them down, rebuilding them, stripping them, rebuilding, stripping. We're going to do the calipers, discs, pads, flexes. We'll start doing brake lines, and we need to find a couple of bits. There's a massive crossmember bit I looked at, I know where it goes. I've got no idea where the bolts are or what they even look like, if I'm honest, so it'll be all fun again. Ah, silly.